I'm Charlotte McLeod with the Investing News Network, and here today with me is Rick Rule, President and CEO of Sprott U.S. Holdings. Thank you for joining me today.
Nice to be back with you, Charlotte.
Great. Yeah, so last time we spoke was at PDAC. You said we were in a rare situation. Gold and the U.S. dollar were both doing well. Can you start by giving me an update on what's going on right now?
I think that's still the case. The U.S. dollar feels like it's trying to roll over a little bit. Gold has done very, very well in non-U.S. dollar terms. So I think the theme that we talked about at the PDAC continues. Some of your listeners will remember the context of that, which was that twice before in my career, gold had done well in dollar terms, and in both cases, the dollar subsequently rolled over and gold did extremely well. We can only hope that passes prologue.
Okay. So how are you feeling about the resource space as a whole right now? Are there any commodities you're liking in particular?
I like the whole space. Your readers need to take into account that my time frames are often longer than theirs is. But I'm attracted in the near term to the precious metals. The precious metal stocks, I think, are reasonably priced. I don't think they're cheap, but they almost never become cheap. So from a relative point of view, when they're reasonably priced in the historical context, they are cheap.
Okay. So we're here today at the International Metal Writers Conference. You're going to be participating in a number of talks and panels. I managed to catch your first one. You're moderating a talk on stock picks from a number of different people. I wondered if you have a stock pick of your own you'd be interested in sharing.
I'm not allowed to do that as a consequence of U.S. securities regulations. If you're a licensed person, which I am, that is alleged to constitute investment advice. And if you give out investment advice, it has to be suitable for the people you're talking to. And I can't know among all of your subscribers whether or not it's suitable. So regretfully, no.
Okay, can you share some advice on the things you look at when you're looking for a good company?
Absolutely. My talk tomorrow is going to be that in early stage companies, people are more important than properties. So the first thing I look for are management teams that have been serially successful. I look to the Lucas Lundins, I look to the Bob Quartermains, the Ross Beatties, the Robert Friedlands of the world, and other people would be wise to do that too. Secondly, people need to understand that this is a business that's really fraught with risk. The consequence of that is that you want to invest in projects that could become large. Small mines make small money, but have big risks. Big mines can make you big money. So we want project size, and we want very high quality people. The third thing is that we want to understand what the value driver is. Most people don't understand that in junior stock speculation, the name of the game is answering unanswered questions. So I want to know what the unanswered question is, what the process is to answer it, what a yes answer is worth, what the probability of the yes answer is, and how much time and money that will take. That's my sort of holy grail.
Got it. Okay, so you mentioned this in the talk you're at. People do really come here looking for stock picks. They want to have names.
Right.
I think people are going to come away from here with lots of different names from lots of different people. What is a reasonable number of stocks for the average investor to have in their portfolio?
Charlotte, that is such a good question. Such a good question. We ask people to own the number of stocks that corresponds with the number of hours per month that they're willing to spend on research. So if you're actually going to spend 10 hours a month, you can own 10 stocks. If you're going to spend 20 hours a month, you can own 20 stocks. It's important to understand the companies that you own better than your competition. Read the annual report, read the press releases, read the filing statements, read what people say about the companies. It's up to the individual how many stocks he or she can own, and it's a function of how much work they're willing to put in. That's a great question. Thank you for asking.
Okay, no problem. What about physical metal? Should the average person be looking at that too, and how should they balance that out with their stocks?
I absolutely believe that individual investors should own precious metals. I believe that you own them the same way that you own insurance.
Right.
Now, understand that if you own them, you don't necessarily want them to go up in price because it changes the way you live. If you believe, like I believe, that gold is, if you will, social catastrophe insurance, you don't really want the price to go up. Just like any other insurance policy, you don't want to get paid off. Life insurance presumes that somebody died. But
Right.
yes, I sleep better at night owning physical precious metals.
Okay. All right, last question is a bit of a different one. There are a couple of talks today on Bitcoin and the blockchain, which I thought was unusual, and I wanted to ask, what are your thoughts on that space? Is that something?
Well, I think it's here at the conference because people are interested in it.
Yeah.
I think that's a marketing ploy. I was, until very recently, a small Bitcoin owner. Bitcoin has done so well recently. My experience has been that hockey stick charts, straight up charts, the back part is as steep as the front. So I am now an ex-Bitcoin owner. But I will say that Sprott has a rather large investment in distributed ledger technology. We're trying to create a gold token, a physically backed gold instrument that will trade with distributed ledger technology. So I'm very, very interested in the technology. And I'm interested in Bitcoin. I'm just no longer long. But you know, Charlotte, when you think about it, you and I are both consumers of currency. You probably operate in Canadian dollars and US dollars, maybe in precious metals. As consumers, we want lots of currency. We want competition between currencies to deliver utility for us. If you look at it from that point of view, you want Bitcoin to succeed, you want the Canadian dollar to succeed, you want the euro to succeed, you want the dollar to succeed, you want lots and lots and lots of competition for your utility.
All right, well, that is all of my questions. Thank you so much for joining me today. Look forward to the rest of your talks. Once again, I'm Charlotte McLeod with the Investing News Network, and this is Rick Roll.